So given the very challenging news we've received about Mike Leach today, I wanted to share one of my favorite moments from Coach Leach's tenure at Texas Tech. This story is entitled GoalpostGate II, The Legend of the Gap Kid. Now, this was from the 2001 home game in Lubbock, Texas A&M versus Texas Tech. And in this game, Tech beats A&M 12-0. The fan base is so excited after the win, they tear down the goalpost. And the plan from the students at the time was to carry the goalpost outside the stadium and place it by the statue of Will Rogers and his horse, Soapsuds. So the fans are trying to take the goalpost after beating A&M 12-0 out of the stadium. They're going to lay it at the feet of Will Rogers and Soapsuds. Unfortunately, the stadium police prevent them from leaving. So the fans go the opposite direction, and they're going to try and hop over a fence on the other side of the stadium. And as they're going towards that fence, they go by the Texas A&M fans who are still sitting in the stands. And at this point, taunting the fans and students of Tech. So inevitably, as the two fan bases are yelling at one another back and forth, the students say, screw this, we're going to shove the goalpost right into the A&M fan section. And as this is attempted, a huge brawl breaks out in the stands after the game. Now, the Aggies who are in the stands afterwards compare this whole incident to a scene from the Alamo. And they make the scene out to be that there were just hordes of Texas Tech students trying to climb up into the stands, and the brave Aggies were sitting there defending themselves, knocking them off one by one. And this turned out to be a fairly bloody affair. There were a couple of people who got busted open pretty bad during the scuffles. Curiously enough, though, it turned out that the most vicious punch of the day was actually by an Aggie against another Aggie. So it's Aggie on Aggie violence. Even more curious, though, is that the primary group of people who were leading the charge up to the stands weren't even Texas Tech students. They were a group of middle schoolers, led by a 13-year-old in a Gap shirt who is forever known in Lubbock as the Gap Kid, 13-year-old Vincent Valdez. Now, eventually orders are restored, the scuffles are broken up, and the matter terminates relatively peacefully. But the whole insane incident kind of underscores the madcap energy that Mike Leach brought to the Texas Tech football program. But it is one of the great stories of that rivalry, and certainly one of the best stories during Coach Leach's era and tenure in Lubbock. If you have stories of your own, feel free to share them. I know that Mike Leach has been other places aside from Texas. He certainly had a very nice stint in Pullman, Washington, and is currently headquartered in Starkville, Mississippi. So wherever you're from, whatever station, feel free to leave your own stories of Coach Leach. I know there are plenty of them. And we send our thoughts and our prayers, and we just uplift Coach Leach, his family, all his friends, his current and former players, and just wish the very, very best for the coach and everyone involved. This is Kevin Newsom in Texas, and God bless each and every one of you, most especially Mike Leach, and I'll talk to you later.